Hello and welcome back to Let's Supreme Ghost Thief. We are playing Patriot, and we're playing the secret mission, mission 9.5, I guess it would be. So this mission you can only get to if you take the Alchemist book in mission 8 and the Phoenix Ashes in mission 9. So if this isn't a mission that you played if you played this campaign, then that's the reason. Now, we're not going to play this as a part of my Supreme run, because you have to bust even regular Ghost to find this mission. But I want to show it to you in an isolated setting, and we're going to attempt to Supreme Ghost it, of course, but then when we continue with the last mission, we're going to go back to the previous save from the last mission and continue from there. Now, before we do that, we're going to take a look at a couple of things from the last mission, Enemy. Because during the premiere, where TIB pointed out a couple of things and also discovered one thing that would have made my run a little bit different, maybe a little more efficient. So I'll show you those. The first one is from the front yard. Because here I said that you can't sneak by this guard. Well, you can. Let me show you how.
Don't try to run!
So if you stay a little bit closer, the point is that we gotta make sure we stay close enough so we can sneak past him, but
Over there.
but then not close enough to that stationary guard, or too close to him.
What's that?
And we don't want to bump into him either like that. There we go. So that is possible. I think I just stayed too far north when I tried this in my own run, and I tried to go along the wall in several locations, but that didn't work. So this wouldn't have changed my run too much, because we just would have instead entered the basement through the northwest grate, but we still would have done the rest of the mission in the same order. So that's a nice thing to find. So there's multiple options for entering the manor that way too. Then something else that would have changed my run quite significantly is now I'm in the main entrance, front entrance foyer, right here. And I'm in the western staircase, but I think you can do this from the eastern one too. I said that you can't fool the guards there, but you actually can. Simply jump up here. They will not give a first alert. And I got a first alert from the robot there, but you totally don't have to do that. The point was that these guards don't see you. So now you can enter the hall very easily. And that actually would have circumvented the whole little ledge travel that I did and in through the western windows. This is definitely a route I would have taken if I had known about it. But I didn't, so there you go. Again, another great find. Now, a third thing that I think he discovered and looked up while I was playing was... remember I asked if anyone could find if there was a way to open the chimney grates, either down to the kitchen or into the game room. You can't open this one to the kitchen, but there is actually a piece of plaster that you can remove above the game room entrance. This you'll have to drop somewhere. And then this grate becomes probable. And you can take that plaster from the inside too. If you look up, you don't have to lean through the grate, but if you look up at a certain angle, you can remove it. So this is a two-way form of travel. And this actually means that you can get to the attic without ever taking the attic key. Which means that we never even needed to go to Lady Falls' room. And that would have circumvented quite a few of those difficult moves that we had there. However, I'm not sure if I still would have used this if I'd known about it. Because you can't put the plaster back and therefore you'll leave this grate open or unlocked permanently. So that wouldn't happen the way we did it in Lady Falls, because you could return all the items there. So yeah, but it is an option. It certainly would have been a viable one for Supreme. I don't think I would have chosen it, but anyway, another nice find there. An additional thing that I did say in my run that is incorrect, that was posted by UV. I said that you had to take the healing potion in the sealed house and block the door or the window with it and then return it as you left the manor. That is not true, because we could have used any of the other potions in the manor and returned that as well before we left. The reason I said that was because when I wrote my ghost report, I wasn't aware that the kitchen doors opened up. So I wasn't aware that you could use the basement and get to the rest of the manor after the event that closes all the exterior doors. I thought that since the coal chute was locked at that point, there was no way for us to return objects. But there is. So I discovered those kitchen doors after I wrote my ghost report. So I just forgot to change it, and I used my ghost report to explain myself a little bit through that run. But that is correct. You don't have to use that potion, but for me it was a viable possibility. Okay, then we are going to move on to the secret mission, which is called Reanimator. And I'm going to load up a save from enemy where we took, or where I have taken the Phoenix Ashes, because you need that item. And I just Control-Alt-Shift deleted my way to the end here. That's why some of the objectives aren't checked off. And we're going to go ahead and watch the briefing for this mission.
Когда я уже готов был отправиться на встречу с капелланом, меня вдруг осенило. Этот огонь, зажженный людьми, отрастившими крылья, горящий над водой, указывающий путь ходящим, плавающим и летающим. Это же факел в руках статуи, украшающий одну из башен знаменитого птичьего моста в Шейлбридже. Я никогда не прощу себя, если упущу этот шанс вернуть Викторию. Сегодня как раз наступает ночь лунного затмения. Хранители могут подождать. Беспокоит только одно. Если верить подсмотренным планам, эта территория может оказаться под контролем механистов. А может и нет. В любом случае, меня не ожидает теплый прием.
Okay, I gotta say that all of the briefings in this campaign is just very high production value look to them. Very professional, and it would be really, really cool if this campaign would have gotten an English full translation with voice lines, with briefings, everything. I think that would have actually made it a lot more recognized than it currently is. So anyway, in this mission, Reanimator, we have to throw the Phoenix Ashes into the flame of the torch, held in the hand of a statue on the tower of the Bird's Bridge. That's it. And as you probably understood, the motivation is that this supposedly is supposed to be able to resurrect Victoria, our adoptive daughter. So that supersedes the importance of taking down the mechanists for us, or Capellan. So this is a very good mission. I really enjoy it. Probably isn't as good as the previous three, Heretic through Enemy, but those three stand, in my opinion, quite a big step above the rest. This is on par with some of the good earlier missions in the campaign. Now, it is maybe not everybody's cup of tea, because there are quite a few mechanists that are either appearing to be alerted already, or will alert from fights between mechanists and Hammerites. So that can make the run quite unpredictable, and might mean that we have to take additional busts, perhaps. We'll see. This mission can't be Supreme Ghosted, but we should only need to take one bust. Maybe two, depends on how you count it. But it is possible to Perfect Thief. So you can get all the loot. we have to skip one piece of loot in addition to the busts for Supreme. But other than that, we hopefully will be able to make a clean Supreme run of the rest of it. We are going to get a couple of more objectives here as we go along. We start only with the Phoenix Ashes. And it says, if the rumors are true, this artifact can help you, under certain conditions, return somebody to life from death. We are going to need a couple of items. We're going to need one water arrow, and I'm going to use 2 flares. You need at least 1 flare or a fire arrow. A flare will serve the same purpose as a fire arrow. I am going to take 2 flares, not from the purchase screen, but in the mission, because I want to trigger all the objectives. You also have a couple of potions for sale here, which is kind of nice. So yeah. Let's make a real save. I have a couple of saves here that I'm going to use and show you some things that are only available on lower difficulties. So we'll get to that a little bit later. This is the only map we have, and we start east of the East Tower in the courtyard. And there are 2 towers, and the Bird's Bridge is sort of the bridge which is now accessible on the upper level. There is a lower level bridge too, but the western part of it is raised, and that's not going to change, so we can't cross there. Each of the towers have at least 5 levels plus the roof. Here they only separated into the lower level, the observation level, and the upper level. But there are also multiple ways to get up there. So there are sort of 2 main systems of staircases to travel up and down, at least in the East Tower. There is a river between, but that has such a powerful undertow that you'll die if you get in there, so that's not going to be useful for us. And then you also have a street level in the West here. So one of the main problems is to get into the West Tower. So we have to find a way to cross into that tower, and then we're going to end the mission there. Okay, so in the main courtyard here, you actually have a live robot that shoots bombs that sometimes land where you saw it land there, or sometimes over here by the gate. Like that. So be a little bit careful. There's also a couple of mechanists here that are patrolling. They look like they're in hunt mode, but they're not. They're actually in a rested state. They're just scripted to walk like that. One of them has a purse. We're going to get that, but this woman here has a purse and a very small ring as well. So that's 135. I think the guy with the purse is over here. Is that the guy? No. Yeah, it's this guy right here. I think he'll come around this way. So the fights here, you can see the tower, and you can see the statue there with the torch. The fights are going on the upper bridge. So most of the guards down here won't hear those fights or see them. Sometimes the robot actually shoots and kills these guards by accident. There. Purses are worth 100, and the ring was worth 35. Okay, now we're going to head up here. This is really a dead end, but there's a piece of loot up there.
Into position, well did I place.
Here, there's a spice bag. There's nothing else up here in this area.
fuel that burns away the writhing jungle that lies beyond the house of Klatremus.
Okay. Somebody saw me there. Well, actually, let me go down here. Dangerous, do not jump into water. You can see it's a little bit different than normal water, at least it looks like it. Under here is a moss arrow, if you need that. But nothing else. Go through here. Now here is a guard. He never moves, so there's no way we can enter the tower this way. We have to find a different way in. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually jump up here. So that's not from seeing me. Now you're hearing the guards on the upper level. They are... I'm gonna take this guy's purse here. Without making a noise there.
Things did so unnatural to the builders that we feared that the world might burst and did fortunately take flight.
Show you.
Someone is there, then show thyself.
This is a level that has an elevator, and there's another one here. And I want to sneak up this ramp and take this purse like that because I don't want to turn on the elevator ever. And I'll show you why that is later. When I found a way to get up to these balconies by sort of moving up these slopes, that was really helpful. To get up it, you kind of have to run and strafe. Although that doesn't increase your speed in Thief 2 like it does in Thief 1, it does increase your momentum. Especially against sloped surfaces. Okay, I don't want to do that. I want to go...
Let us give thanks to the builder, for he has formed my hands with fingers, and behold my fingers interlocked like
There. I want to go up here. You can mantle up the side or go in the front entrance of this ramp. Whichever way you want. There's a dead robot or a broken robot. Here is an elevator that is actually broken. So that is the level below where we were just at. So you can operate it from up there to go down, but only if you turn on the power to the elevator, which is not on right now. But once you get that down here, you cannot get it back up unless you press the top button from the level above. These buttons don't work. Okay. So this is then the lower bridge. Like I said before, is not possible to use. But you can look over now to the western tower.
If someone be there.
Oh. Oh man.
Dragon. Who's there? What's soft?
Oh yeah. The Dark Engine and its inability to land softly is just so frustrating sometimes. There.
Amazing endurance.
There. Take her purse.
The coal is the fuel. The fuel is put in the
475.
furnace.
And then this is the balcony that we went up from the other side.
The heat will heat the forge.
It's basically to level 2. We're going to go up it now, but the other way. Here's a moss arrow. Here's a moss arrow. And here's a moss arrow.
And Clara said, "Let us give thanks to the builder, for he has
If you go up the other way,
with fingers.
then we're going to be able to take an item that is 100% necessary to finish the mission.
I am part of his unbeholdable machine, and therein lies
It's a
my
fan.
salvation.
Difficult to get up
And
here.
behold, a man will come unto thee, and he will be a leader of men.
There.
And he will be a wager of war, and he will be a shadow of death, and he will be a
Fan.
sword of blood.
I don't think that's possible even to get from the top side there. Not 100% sure. I don't think it is. Let's see. So now we're going to need to find a way into this tower here, because that stationary guard down there through the doorway prevents us from going that way. So the other way to go is through here. Now we turned around, that's good. There, nice jump. So again, those searching mechanists will give first alerts if they see you. Here's a stack of gold coins. Over here is a healing potion. Can't go up there, there's nothing of interest there. This is a dead end, I think. Down here, yep. We can go out this window. So now we're on the south side of the east tower, essentially. And here are a couple of things worth noting. First of all, there's a gate that's unlocked. We can open that. Let's see. Out here is, you can see it. There's a water arrow here. Very well hidden. I'm going to take that, actually. I needed one water arrow. There's also a moss arrow in the barrel here, and this blocks our path. If you use this crate, you can actually find a secret, a speed potion. We don't need that speed potion, but wanted to show it to you anyway. But we do need the water arrow. I also said we needed 2 flares. So that we're going to need to find somewhere else. This staircase takes you up the service entrance. That bypasses most of the levels and take you up to a chute. Quite high up. I'm not going to go up there. I'm going to first take the normal way up to show you that. This is a big sort of hoist wheel to operate the bridge. Kind of difficult to go over this without making noise, so a little hop will do it. With this gate, this cannot be opened from the other side, so we have to make sure that we close this to avoid the Supreme Bust. And now we come in on the back side of that guard. So we had to make that jump over to the other building there to do that. Now we can proceed.
There cameth an oxen
So
and
here's a
carrieth
very
it,
well piece
and
or
there
hidden piece
cameth
of
a
loot, one of the last ones I
and
found.
the rain blows till it too is sorely smoted, and two
Some
lands
coins,
came that
520.
one and the next did smoke bravely and well.
And then we can start ascending the tower here. This floor doesn't have, sort of the first level, doesn't have anything in terms of enemies. But in the bedroom here, there's a stack of gold coins in the corner behind the bed. Very well hidden. In the other bedroom, there is a quiver of broadheads. You can get 5 if you take those. 545. Now we come to level 2. There is a guard here. Searches.
Aha!
Yeah, we're gonna wait for him to head back in through that area because we have to go out in the balcony. There's one of the 2 guards that have a purse. You can take that purse, I think, from the outside also, but it's quite difficult.
Into position will be thy plate, matching A unto A and B unto B, such that complete is thy steel, a barrier true that blocketh just
What
and
dragonfly?
Oh yeah, that's right. That guard actually goes way over here. We're gonna have to wait here for that guard then. It seems like some of these cards have set paths. Even though they're searching. There. $645. Wow, why did that guard come down? So there is a guard, that's a guard from the roof, I think. So I don't really know why he came down there, but he is one that gets... He's very twitchy.
Friend, I've just heard something.
unsavory.
Let's see. I think maybe he isn't supposed to go that far. Yeah. Sometimes just goes in here and starts searching. This level here is quite difficult, especially when we have that extra guard there. We might have to wait him out.
Hast thou seen
haven't actually seen him like this. There's 2 pieces of loot in here that we need. A purse and a coin pair. Coming back now. Oh man, is he stuck now? There's another guard that comes, so maybe she'll push him. There, she comes. Might have to reload to get him unstuck there. There we go. Okay, so we've got unstuck now, hopefully. Okay, he sees me. This purse. Let's make a real save there. I was supposed to take that purse when I get up to the roof, because he's supposed to be on the roof. Make frequent saves here. See, these guards on this level now might be on extra high alert because that other guard already came down. So I'm not sure if I can go in and get the loot there now. I might need to do that a little bit later. But that's okay, I can try that later. Let's see. Alright, let's wait and see. Let's go in and see now how they're acting. There's 120 loot in here.
I shall sniff thee out soon.
Good.
Filthy weed.
That worked.
Inch by inch I'll search till I've found thee.
So, these guys are always in a constant first alert state. So they won't alert to me if I'm up here on the barrels. I've never seen these guys not in a constantly alerted state. Good.
Which shadow veils I hearken unto thy tearful heart?
See. There, in these footlockers here, you have a flash bomb, 5 apples, 5 flares, and 2 of them are empty, I think. And here's a rope arrow. I don't think we'll actually need a rope arrow. No, so I'm not going to take it. I'm going to wait for that guard to come back and turn around. It's a very difficult piece of loot to find right here. It's a coin pair, total 865. That's the only rope arrow in the mission, but you don't need one. So his purse was of course worth 100 and then the coin pair 20. So if these hadn't been in a first alert state, then I wouldn't be able to enter here. But if that situation happens, then you are allowed to use that situation to your benefit. It's similar to when enemies, when they're in a conversation, don't alert. Here's a guard also.
Thine evil stench shall
Come out! Come out! Wherever you are!
Bring thy numbers hither, friend!
I hearken unto thy fearful heart.
Okay. So this is the guard. Because this guard is supposed to have a purse. So that was the guard that we actually stole from earlier.
Come out! Come out! Wherever you are!
Let me see. I'm gonna... Oh, the ambient level is pretty high already. Okay, I thought it was the roof guard that we took from, but it was actually this guard that came down.
Shadows cannot hide thy cowardice.
Interesting. Okay. So in the next room here, there's another
Which
piece of loot.
shadow veils thee?
Shadow, move.
That we will end up having to skip. The way you can take it for Ghost is like this. And you can lean over here. There's a gold goblet. But you have to take both the first alert from him and put out the torch. I've not been able to get it without putting out the torch even. So that's 25 gold. And that is actually the only piece of loot in the mission that we don't, or that we're not able to take for Supreme. So we're going to wait for that guard. That's a guard that goes upstairs and then turns right around and comes back down. So I was mistaken. That's the guy that we took the loot from then. Alright.
Lend me thy fuels! Hurry, friends! I have found foes.
Okay, I think this maybe is the guy then. Well, that's a guard without a purse. Let's see.
Stay with me a while. I think there might be trouble. Bring thy numbers hither, friends!
Okay, this is interesting because this guard here is the only guard in the mission that we can't get past for Supreme. So if we now have a beneficial scenario where we can use that to our benefit,
There might be trouble.
I'm going to make a real save because this is quite exciting if we can actually get this to work. Yeah, so the guard that you saw right up top of the stairs, he's supposed to be stationed right by the entrance to the stairs. And we have to douse a torch to get past him. If I can sneak past him now without dousing that torch, then we might be able to get up to the roof and we can actually drop down from the roof without needing to go back down the staircase. And that, if that's the case, then we might be able to Supreme Ghost the mission. I know I took the water arrow, but I took that because I thought I would need it, and I can't return it, so that would not be a bust for Supreme. I was planning on using it, and it's not returnable, so we're fine there. I'm gonna see here. So he sees me. If he can go in that little door there, or doorway. Right there. We have to go in through that doorway. He sees me right away there. Well, let's experiment a little bit with this. This is uncharted territory, but that's okay.
Fearful heart. Thump, thump.
I shall smite thee when I find thee.
I can hear thy trembling breath.
I promise.
I
thee
have
a
found
good
foes
fight
more
now.
goodly hid than thee.
Where hast thou gone? This to me, good.
And now he comes back up. Not sure if this will work. We'll see.
I have found foes more goodly hid than thee.
This medicine.
Reveal thyself and surrender.
Holy!
Every stone till I find thee.
I don't know if we can get through here. Because there's two other guards here. That's why this is impossible. Let's see. Try it a few more times here.
Reveal thyself and surrender.
I shall find thee.
Thine evil stench shall unhide thee.
He seems to be confined to this room here, which is not good. Hoping he would maybe walk into that doorway there. See, he doesn't see us immediately. Okay, that's the right direction. Go there. Maybe he can't fit through the hallway door or something?
Only cowards hide so.
Patience on my side.
Guide me to thee, weed.
So that's now you saw where he was stopped, at least.
Reveal thyself and surrender.
To find this medicine. I shall spot thee soon enough.
And now he comes. Okay.
Thine evil stench shall unhide thee.
I shall find thee.
I don't think this will work.
Intruder! Hurry! Lend aid!
smite thee when I find thee.
I can hear thy trembling breath.
'Tis a coward's game you play.
Glimmer, aid me to find this menacer.
No, this is not gonna work. He hasn't even been close.
Which shadow veils thee?
Till I've found thee.
I shall spot thee soon.
So I'm probably just going to end up hanging out here for a few minutes. I'm going to stop recording and then just bounce forward like 5 minutes and then see if he's settled down up there. Because if he has, then we can get past him at least. There's no way we can Supreme Ghost him. Okay, so now we waited 5 minutes, and when I went up just now, should be that guard should run down again. When I went up now this time, he actually searched down that hallway. Right down there. Like that. Whoa! We did it! Are you kidding me? Okay. I'm gonna save it there so hard right now. There. So, that torch directly in that around the corner from the staircase, that's the one that I've had to put out. Now, like I said, we're in the situation now where I've taken a water arrow and I don't need it. So I was planning on using it for that, but now we caught a break here.
What? Hello?
Oh, she heard the walking. So...
I hearken unto thy fearful heart. Thump, thump.
So now we're on the roof here. So yeah, let me talk a little bit about that. I've never been in this situation where I picked up a water arrow planning on using it. I was going to need it. And now I realize that I don't need it, but I can't return it. So you are required to return what is not usable. So I would not call that a bust, actually. When you're planning on needing something, and due to the circumstances, you don't need it, but you can't return it. Of course, I would have returned it if I could, but I can't because it's an arrow. So let me know what you guys think there. Oh no. You have to. You can't stand like that, buddy. Let's save and reload because I have a hard save. I don't. He comes up and he alerts to.
What? Hello?
Yeah. Ooh. It's just that this mission can actually be Supreme Ghosted now, which is quite exciting. So that's just the fights found on the western side there. Let's see. The mission might not be Supreme Ghostable still, because there's still some pretty dicey areas coming up, but we'll see. Let's save one more over that one. Because now this guy is probably on his way up. We took the purse on the stationary guard, or female.
I am besieged.
There we go.
Bring me thine aids. I shall smite thee when I
Gonna head
find
over here. Take her purse. $10.65. There should be another guard. Up here. So here there are a bunch of switches. This is the only one that you can operate, and that turns off the lights on the bridge.
I shall snip thee out soon.
Now we can't do that for Supreme, but that is something we might need to do. I was able to avoid that in my practice run. But I don't know if that actually is going to be possible to avoid.
Shadows cannot hide thy cowardice.
We're going to trigger a conversation now that we might have to replay a couple of times. So let's make another real save there. For Convo, let's do that. And C.
Почему до сих пор не доставлены снаряды для катапульты? Прицел настроен, механизм взведен. Мы давно уже могли бы прорваться на ту сторону.
Возникли осложнения. Один из меры усердный брат поломал лифт. Поэтому снаряды остались внизу.
Так тащите на руках по лестнице!
Thou may laugh for the moment,
10 минут,
but
они
thou
были
wilt
на месте.
cry ere long.
Сейчас бегаю вниз, разберусь. Быстро!
Curse thee!
So now we got a new objective. Reposition the catapult, then get to the western shore and see what happens. So the catapult is on the bridge, on the top bridge.
Shadows cannot hide thy cowardice. Bring thine aid to me, friends.
Okay. Where did the other guard go now?
Bring me thine aid!
There he is.
Inch by inch I'll search till I've found thee. I hearken unto thy fearful
I'll
heart.
lift every stone till I find.
So I don't like him over there. He has a purse that we need. It's better if he doesn't stay over there, because then we can direct or change the catapult. But we need to get up
Tis
into
a
this
coward's game, you.
this little hallway here. Let's try that one more time. We should maybe save right afterwards and play it out from
Почему до
there.
сих пор не доставлены снаряды для катапульты? Прицел настроен,
fearful heart.
взведен. Мы давно уже могли бы прорваться на ту сторону.
Возникли осложнения. Один из меры усердный брат поломал лифт. Поэтому снаряды остались внизу.
Так тащите на руках по лестнице! Чтоб через
Curse
10
thee!
минут они были
Bring
на
thy numbers
месте.
hither, friends!
Сейчас бегаю вниз, разберусь.
No, why do you run over there?
Thou may laugh for the moment, but thou wilt cry ere
Bring
long.
thine aid to me, friends. Shadows cannot hide thy cowardice. Seen a menace will guide mine search, heathen. Friends to me.
So now he is stuck on the
Bring thy
bridge
numbers
itself.
hither, friends!
That we can.
Intruder.
Now he runs that way.
Aid to me, friends.
Okay, so I'm gonna sneak over to the catapult. Do that now.
Inch by inch I'll search till I've found
Hopefully we can do this without. Three times up. Should be it.
See my bolt to thee.
They are so engaged in their fights that they don't see me unless they start shooting at me or running towards me.
I shall fell thee.
Menace will guide mine search, heathen.
Curse thee! Bring thy numbers hither, friends!
Okay.
Thou art pierced.
So, okay, we can do this, I think. Let's try it one more time here.
Почему до сих пор не доставлены снаряды для катапульты? Прицел настроен.
If that guard continuously runs over that direction, we can immediately go out and fix the catapult, and then come back here and take his purse as he passes us.
Поэтому снаряды остались внизу.
Thou may laugh for the moment, but thou wilt cry ere long. Thou shalt regret defying us.
Friends to me! What boldness is this? Where hast thou gone?
So he is right there now, you can see him.
Lend me thy fuels. Hurry, friends!
Oh, I tried to take his purse. But I couldn't. Well, this is perfect. If we had been able to do that.
Почему до сих пор не доставлены снаряды для катапульты? Прицел настроен.
This time I'm going to save it right after they're done with the conversation. But now we've seen the different scenarios. It really depends on where that one guy ends up going.
Усердный брат поломал лифт. Поэтому снаряды остались внизу.
Так тащите на руках по лестнице! Чтоб через 10 минут они были на месте! Сейчас бегаю вниз.
Oh, now he saw me. That doesn't usually happen.
Почему до сих пор не доставлены?
Sorry, these missions here are a little bit replayable, or replay certain scenarios to just get a beneficial outcome. And now since this mission is possible to Supreme Ghost, I'm not going to mess with it too much.
Брат поломал лифт. Поэтому снаряды остались внизу.
Так тащите на руках по лестнице! Чтоб через 10 минут они были на
Thou may laugh for the moment,
Сейчас бегаю
but
вниз.
thou wilt cry ere long. Lend me thy fuels. Curse thee!
Friends to me! What boldness is this? Where hast thou gone? I shall sniff thee out,
Stand and be crushed!
filthy weed!
I am besieged! Someone bring me thine aids!
There we got his purse. Excellent. Now we can...
Shadows cannot hide thy cowardice!
My heart shall tell me.
Here it comes, right between the eyes!
There. Catapult needs to be aimed to the... None of them see me. They don't react, they don't turn towards me, they don't shoot at me.
Thou may laugh for the moment, but thou wilt cry.
Okay, now this is the elevator that you can take down to get to the fan level, right?
There might be trouble. I am besieged. Bring me thine aid.
Okay,
Reveal thyself and
I can go up here. This is the elevator, and the way you turn that on is to remove this mace. But there's no way to turn the elevator back off, not even by the switch. So I want to avoid using it and turning it on in the first place. I'm going to head all the way up here. Here's a guard that is in a constant second hunt mode, but he does not alert.
bring thy numbers hither, friend.
Or he alerts like normal.
I shall smite thee when I find thee. I am besieged. Bring me thine aid.
I'm going to take 2 pieces of loot up here. Simply follow this guy. There's nothing to read here, even though there's a lot of... Goblet there. And there is a... There's a bottle of wine on top of this bookshelf, and that's a secret actually too.
Is that thou? If someone is there, then show thyself.
Then we wanna... Okay.
Just a boy.
You wanna land sort of on the edge.
A man will come unto thee, and he will be a leader of men.
There.
And if
don't
someone
need-
is there, then
You don't need the rope for this either, you see.
come in.
There we go. 1340, that's perfect. That's what we're supposed to have. So now the big question is, how do things look down below?
The saplings did so unnatural trance that we feared of the forms.
Because we have everything we need right now.
Falter and take flight.
We just need to get to the West Tower.
Bring thy numbers hither, friends!
Where hast thou gone?
Okay. So... in order for us to get down now, we might need to make a move here that I wasn't planning on making in this tower, but on the other tower. This is going to be quite difficult. Let's see how things are down below first.
Plays at mischief.
I hearken unto thy. I shall sniff thee out soon. Guilty weed.
Weeds hide so.
So we can't get down here, really, can we? Yeah, those guys are stuck there. They sometimes get stuck on that woman. Let me show you the rest of this.
In Karasnek, where this intruder?
You,
Friend.
under Shadow's cover.
Here, you just go around to where that woman was. Don't think that's possible. So let's try then, instead, to make a move here that is a little bit... not here. Stand and walk.
Thou knows something amiss. What noise? Something.
Noise? I didn't make any noise. I don't think that's me he's reacting to, actually. Yeah. He isn't alerting to me. He's hearing something.
Listen.
Yeah. He alerts before I even turned right here, so...
Hush a while. I did steal a
yeah, he didn't alert to me. He triggered to something else.
Didst thou see that shadow move?
That he might have seen. Now, can you guys judge?
Halt, mistress!
Yeah, so that isn't even the same voice line. It's a different guard's voice, so it isn't this guard down on the floor that alerts. Is it somebody?
Who's there?
Yeah. So he's not hearing from me, he's hearing it from somebody else.
Who's there? Noise comes from me.
Speak thyself! Report.
That was because I made noise when I...
It's the south.
This is doable.
Bye.
This is doable. Sure. Did it. We did it. We supreme ghosted.
Sea snipe.
If I can only maybe drop here without anyone hearing me. Nice, I did. Excellent! Ho-hoi! I did not expect that. So yeah, maybe some of you will argue that this water arrow is a bust. I won't, because I needed it, or at least I thought I needed it, and I didn't end up needing it, but that shouldn't penalize me. I was able to avoid a supreme bust. And I can't return it. Of course I would have if I could have. So let me know what you think there in chat. I think we should be excused since we were planning on using it. Okay, so what do we need to do now? Well, we actually need to get back. Yes, we need to go there, don't we? Oh! Guard is this? Why is this guard here? That is not good. Why on earth is that guard there? He might be in a constant first alert state. Which would be pretty good. Looks like he is. He doesn't give alerts at least. Okay, whew, that's lucky. Hopefully I can avoid him in total there. There, okay. So now what we need to do... First, we need to close this one. And then we need to go up here now. This time around. Do we have the loot that we need? Yes, 1340. So now we're going up the service shaft. service stairs. Okay. This is the gate into the loud machine room. You can open it from this side. We don't need to do that, but this also opens this one. And here's a toolbox with a purse, and that's the secret. It closes automatically. That's 1440. Alright. Slow up here because they can't hear you actually. This is on the floor that was difficult. We don't need to go down here, but this is where that guard was that we crossed, and he is now stationed very differently. Through here, you come to a door that isn't possible to cross.
Speed my boat today.
And that's right underneath the bridge where the fighting's going on. We need to go through here. And here's a warden's note. We have to read this. The service shaft is for staff only, not for servants who need to secretly get to that shore. Not for guards who need to run for a drink, and not even for trained rats, for staff only. The key is in the bridge warden's possession, in the house by the gate. Yes, it's closed here, and from the other side as well. Okay, now the bridge warden will become available once we read this note. We're going to drop it back. This is locked and not pickable. So we have to go back down again and get to his house. There's a section of the streets that I have not gone to yet. For that very reason. This is so crazy if we're able to Supreme Ghost this mission. Now the guard is gone. That's strange. The robot is dead, or broken, or whatever you want to call it. We're gonna head up here, you see. No. What? Why is this guard stuck? If he is stuck, we can't ghost the mission even. This is very, very unfortunate right here.
Ooh.
This isn't going to be possible to do, I think. They have become alerted by something down here, because that other guard is supposed to be stationed or facing south directly. Okay.
You are an
Mischief
intruder!
this!
We'll
Show
end his
thyself.
treachery.
This guy seems like he's
Thou may
permanently
laugh
stuck.
for the moment, but thou wilt cry ere long.
No, he's not. Alright, looks like my excitement for Supreme Ghosting this one was short-lived. I'm going to experiment a little bit and then get back to you guys. Alright, this might be easier to fix than I first thought. Because we can basically return to this one. I have to replay some parts here, but that's okay.
Listen, you can still hear it. Sound.
Let's see.
I'm ready for the.
See, now
My wife. Show
Now
thyself.
the robot isn't out.
If someone is...
Let's go this way again. We have to redo this section, but that's okay. Let's see if we maybe can mantle up here again, then we can just drop down, and then we are good to go. Nice. Okay, I just want to make sure now that that guard over here is not stuck. Yeah, he is not. He patrols like normal. So it's probably in the event that the robot dies, there might be a chance that some of the... some of the guards might be alerted there. I think it helps if we can do this without having to reload.
Unnatural threads that we feared of the forms most unholy.
There we go.
Such that complete is thy seal, a barrier through the clot of dust.
So now the bot, for some reason, is gone. Or dead. So that has happened most of the time that I have played. But I think now it just died and the guard is just detecting it like a corpse almost.
I have found foes more goodly hid than thee.
Let's see, I don't want to risk that guard actually having seen me here. So he does see me, okay.
By Carrots, thou have no mischief on my watch.
See, we just gotta make sure that we close that window afterwards. Okay.
Till he that is Carrots did raise us up against her, that we,
Good.
one and next, did raise us up to.
Go up to next to this guard like that.
Who treads?
Okay, we were maybe a little bit too slow actually. We have to mantle up at an angle here so that we land fully on the ring.
That lies beyond the house of
Chaos. Find not thy way into my
If someone is there.
Oh, and he heard me. That shows he is not in a first alert state.
Cease!
So if you don't fully mantle onto the railing,
Matching A unto A and B unto B, such that complete is thy seal, a barrier true.
then you won't be able to crouch, and if you can't crouch, then you will clang when you land. Essentially the point. Okay. This is good. This is very, very good. Mantle onto this.
Let us give thanks to the builder for
Go in here, and here's actually a stack of gold coins, and the mission's only readable. Section 4, Final, History of the Bridge. The origin of the bridge name is not reliably established, but there are two common versions. The first is based on a legend according to which birds, during seasonal flights, always make a stop on the roofs of the bridge towers to rest. The second one is based on the controversial statement that not every bird can reach such a height. Observations, however, confirm that both events do indeed occur. Section 5, Technical Description. The bridge consists of two main levels. The lower level, raised above the level of the river, is the main one. In the case of active navigation, this part of the bridge has to be drawn, and at this time the upper level is used for the crossing. Both towers of the bridge are equipped with double elevators, one of which, an auxiliary one, raises loads and transports to the observation level, from where you can reach the upper level of the bridge by the main elevator. Each of them is controlled by a separate engine located in the engine room above. Under the upper level, there's also an indoor pedestrian passage with a restroom in the middle. Usually this passage is closed and opens only on the days of folk festivities. The eastern tower consists of two independent staircases. The main one, penetrating all floors of the tower, goes to the top under the roof and allows you to cross the bridge when the lower level is drawn, without using elevators. The service one allows you to reach only the service shaft, passing under the upper level and providing access to pipelines and cables. In some places there are organized transition points where you can get to the main staircase from the service one. The western tower looks like an exact copy of the eastern one from the outside, but inside its structure is completely different. Several floors have a ring structure. A single staircase allows you to cross all floors from the bottom to the top. A complete lack of symmetry complicates the orientation of the enemy in the case of war. The ventilation system of both towers is in an active development stage. Section 6. Fuel supply system. The torch in the hand of the statue of an angel in the western tower of the bridge, serving as a guide to passing ships, operates on liquid fuel. For its supply, a pipeline is used with an intermediate supply pump located under the roof of the tower. From the pump, the fuel flows through the thin tube inside the statue's arm to the torch. Fuel comes to the pipeline from the reservoir at the observation level, which is manually filled from the barrels. The fire burns constantly and shut down. Even an emergency is not provided. This is due to the inaccessibility of the torch for its ignition, which means the fuel should be supplied without interruption. Okay. So let's go downstairs, and now we can meet the bridge warden. He should be here.
Ты, должно быть, и есть смотритель.
Механисты! Они ушли?
Да куда там ушли? Они тут повсюду.
А как же ты?
У меня есть способ держаться в тени.
Хорошо. Сопротивление на той стороне долго не продержится. Если они перейдут мост, Шейлбриджу конец.
Я вряд ли смогу их остановить.
Ну, кто-то ведь должен. Возьми ключ от сервисной шахты. Они искали его везде, но не нашли.
Это поможет мне пробраться на ту сторону?
О да, это последний оставшийся путь.
Okay. So now, we didn't get this into our inventory, which is a little bit annoying, because now we have to pick it up, which means that we have to return it. Because it's returnable, as you see. So this is the key to service shaft. There's nothing else down here. Besides that.
Into position will thee thy
So let's head back upstairs.
matching A unto A and B unto B.
Let's see, I'm going to make a real save here, because I'm going to show you guys something. In this save here. Because now we're playing on normal, and I think this also works on hard. And now I obviously have not ghosted. But on normal and hard, there's actually a switch under this wardrobe. And that's an additional secret. And that actually opens a manhole cover down to the sewers. The sewers do not exist, or at least they're not accessible on Expert. And this is a very, very useful tunnel. I really wish it was accessible on Expert too. Down here's a water arrow, by the way. Opens the manhole on the other side, so it takes you directly to this entrance. You don't have to go through this building. So I think that's cool when there are things like that on lower difficulties, but for this one I really wish, especially due to my run, wish that we could circumvent this building. So anyway, that's cool, I think. There's one more thing I'm going to show you a little bit later in a place called the Armory, but for now let's go back to our save.
Is that thou?
No.
Loyalty.
The piston connected to the spiral valve connected to the step gear connected to the steam jack. Oh, hear thee the word of Karis.
So essentially what we have to do now is go use the service shaft key and lock block the both grates from the eastern and the western towers so we can return the key, and then go back one final time. Alright, there we go.
By Karis, I'll have no mischief on my watch.
So he sees the dead mechanist, probably.
And 2 lamb king that he is next to sneak bravely along.
Every time he walks around. One time, the robot killed all the mechanists. Is that one of the mechanists that are... Let's go this way. No.
Into position will be thy fate. Matching A unto A
What? Are you stopping there again? Why are you doing that? Well, he's in a constant first alert, which means that we can get in here unseen. That's good, at least. There are some very dicey situations over in the Western Tower, too, so I won't guarantee that I'll give you guys the Supreme run here, but we're pretty close.
I have found foes more goodly hid than thee.
So to lock block this is actually quite difficult. You have to...
Dost thou see thy doom speeding towards thee?
Shall smite thee when I find thee.
There's only a small window. But if you press it twice, then it continues to open. There. So now it is locked. See if we close it now by popping it. It'll lock behind us.
Wither and rot, Reed!
Yeah, I just couldn't remember if I saved it after doing that. And there's a grate like that on the other side too.
Here's an arrow for you!
So we're gonna have to go back and forth a little bit.
You'll be
I unroot thee, Reed. May fire
Shall fell me!
Get back here, you!
Why don't you try this on, Preside?
You're making me so mad!
I don't know if he saw me or what he did.
There you go. Face me like Why don't you try this on, Preside?
Fall to my boat!
How the unrighteous fall! Here you go. Here it comes, right between the eyes.
by the
Here you go. I'll find you.
You
Why don't you try this on, Preside?
come out here now! I'm not
Why don't you try this on for size? This is Klatremus. I uproot you. Here you go. Come on, coward. Face me like a man.
So we're going.
Here's one. Why don't you try this on for size? Stop fooling around. Where are you?
There we go. He hasn't seen me, then he wouldn't react.
Here you go.
I shall tell thee.
You're in for it now.
Dost thou see thy doom speeding towards thee?
I uproot you,
My
vile
way.
You'll be full of holes.
Where hast thou gone?
I'll lift every stone till I find
Hearken unto thy fearful
Lead me
heart.
to the heathen.
Thump, thump.
A run where enemies are pre-alerted is more frustrating, but it's also beneficial because you can use the fact that they're in a first alert state. And sections almost get reduced to regular ghost in terms of difficulty, but it requires a lot of trial and errors. He saw me there. I'm not sure why that other guard is stationed on the bridge suddenly and then not anymore.
Who troubles my watch? Show thyself. Didst that shadow move?
Okay, good. I was worried he was stuck, but he was not.
And did falter and take flight till he that is Caris did raise up against them, that we one and next.
Who tread?
And there cameth an oxen, and Caris smote it. And there cameth a sycamore, and he did rain blows, till it too was sorely smoted. And two animals came, that he, one and the next, did smote bravely and well.
And behold, a man will come unto thee, and he will be a leader of men. And he will be a wager of war, and he will be a shedder of sap, and he will be a spiller of blood.
Go. Not sure why I can't.
Who troubles my watch? Mine instructions are clear. None shall pass.
hear the step connected to the steam jack.
I thought it was this guy that alerted, but it was the other guy down the street. Alright, so then we're basically done now on the eastern shore, if you will.
Encounter.
There we go. Let's see. Now the guard is up there. Nice. Good. Just gonna double check here. Yeah, we closed that.
The settling was did so unnatural to us that we feared that the form was most
Okay. I'm gonna make a real save here now. East to west. I'm gonna have a real save just in case we need to go back for something. Now we can close this.
Canst thou continue with the foot of steel in thy gut?
Why don't you try this on the side? You had it! Get back here, you!
Alright, so this guy will have to go away.
You get it now! Come on, coward! Face me like a man! Here's an arrow for you!
Speed my boat to thee.
You're a pin-pushing no-topper!
So I think this is a guy that I worked a lot on trying to
Hide for long!
unstick last time.
Here's an arrow for you!
There.
You're making me so mad!
Okay, I know who this is. Okay, good. Now this plays.
Die! I'll find you! Leave me alone. All right, stop fooling around. Where are you?
So now we got a new objective. The torch ceased to be completely inaccessible, but has now gone out. You have to relight it. So we, as you saw, broke off the torch from the hand, but it landed on the western side, which is where we're headed. But we have to relight it, and then throw the ashes into it. So that's the two objectives here. So on this floor,
Come back here and fight!
we're gonna get a couple of coins that's in a shelf right there. 1485. This is level 5 of this level. Now the problem is this guy here. It's a couple of apples because we're gonna have to sneak by him. So not sure how long that'll take.
All right, stop fooling around. Where are you?
Can we sneak by this guy?
I saw something. Oh well.
Well, just check for the... Oh no, we can't do that because there's a guard here too.
Here's one.
There's five broadheads right there. No, we're gonna have to go by this guy.
Come back here and fight.
Yeah, go in there. That is great.
Here's one. Come out here now. I'm not kidding. Can't hide for long.
Let's see.
Here's one.
Is he sliding right here?
This is your last chance. Step out here. I won't hurt you.
I don't know if he'll actually go in
Come
there,
out here
but
now.
let's see.
You're making me so mad. You're going down, thief. May find thy mark. Come back here and fight! Charge!
Okay, good. Go that way.
Regret this! I crush you! Got you! Come out here now! I'm not kidding!
I might just stop it and cut forward and see what this guy does, because this could take a long time. I don't want to make the video excessively long.
All right, stop fooling around. Where are you?
Make it real safe first.
Come back here and fight. Here's one.
Okay, so now I just waited a couple of minutes, and he went in through that door.
I won't hurt you.
See, and he's facing away, so we should be able to just sneak past him now.
Come back here and fight.
Literally just 3 minutes. Okay, so this guard we have to get past. We should need to go, and he should be in a first alert state, so he doesn't alert.
Can't the guy nap around here?
Oh, he doesn't. He isn't in the first alert state.
This is your last chance. Step out
That's what I'm
here.
gonna do.
Well, that's good.
I'm just gonna go up and tell him.
There's only one more level upstairs.
Half a year. So
We
guard duty.
only need to go there for one
Like,
purpose,
figure up and say,
and we're gonna need to bring something up there. So I'm not gonna go there right now.
You copper.
Now on this level,
All right, stop fooling around.
we have another problem.
You've messed.
Okay, he's there. Okay. This guy seems like he's...
I'll turn you up soon
Okay,
enough.
so now he alerted again. I don't know what's going on with him sometimes. He's usually in an alerted state, but then we have to wait him out and he'll start patrolling again.
You've messed with the wrong man.
So I don't know. We have to make sure that he just sneaks away. So we have to go down that hallway. But before we do that, we can go over here. Grab a stack of gold coins from this footlocker, and then there is a healing potion on that bed. But beyond the drapes there, there's another guard that stares this direction. Stares south. So we can't go there. So we have to now basically, I'm going to make another real save here. We have to basically wait for that other guy to settle down. So we have to go.
Thought I saw something.
Oh. There is a guard that goes all the way up and all the way down. So maybe it's better to make that right here. Then we can see what's what. He might have seen us there. So this is going to be a little bit of waiting. If it takes too long, I might cut it, but he seems to get alerted over and over again by the fights above. But when I played last time, once I waited long enough, and I don't know how long, 5-10 minutes maybe, he settled down and he started patrolling. He makes a loop around this floor. But before that, he found his way to the northern end of this hallway so we can go down the stairs.
Fight me,
to the right
you
there.
coward!
That's where we have to use the fan that we took. Can't see out here either.
Just make one mistake. Fight me, you coward!
If he didn't see me, then he would have stopped and alerted. He does have a purse. If he could have gone over here, I could have snuck in behind him.
I'll find you! Just you wait!
He probably actually saw me there, so I don't feel comfortable with this.
I'll find you! I'll find you. Thought I saw something.
There he comes too, man.
Come back here.
Okay. You guys see the problem with this mission here, and making it a viewer-friendly experience is very difficult.
Fight me, you coward.
So, I might just try this for a few minutes on my own here and see, and I'll get back to you guys again. Okay, well I literally just stopped it, and then 2 seconds later he started patrolling.
Find you.
He should be coming right now, actually, so then we waited long enough. Yeah, here we go. So let's see, I'm gonna let him go through there.
I'll see.
So he is very, very alert right now.
Come back here and fight.
He's gonna come right there. We're gonna head down here. He actually walks down here. He should at least. Yeah. I don't know if he comes all the way down, but or maybe he turns around right here. Yeah. Okay, good. This is great. So this is sort of a generator room. Let's read this. Note about fan. To the senior ventilation foreman. I appreciate the ingenuity, but your experiment with the extra fan should be considered unsuccessful. The air exchange really improved, but the guards from the upper floors continuously complained of drafts, whilst those on the lower levels were unhappy because of increased noise. So return this second fan to its original position in the eastern tower air duct, and adjust its power supply generator accordingly, as the natural air circulation is too slow, and all the staff in the eastern tower suffer from dampness. Bruno the Warden. So there is a fan, you can see it here. It's actually outside on the balcony. And here is a place that we can place a fan. So we're going to do that right now. So that makes noise, but that isn't a noise that anybody hears. And then we can turn that on. We can't turn that off again. So what we do now is we get extra strength to the fan on the outside there. You can see that it actually goes faster now. And that we're going to use to spread the ashes onto the torch, but we still have to light the torch. Here, we have a bottle of wine. Total 1560.
Hey, you gave yourself...
Okay, so he still hasn't settled down 100% here. We need to get his burst, though. Take it like that. 1660.
What the hell?
Oh, now he gets alerted again. He doesn't always. Here, we're going to grab 2 flares. I'm going to go back through here. Let's see, he should come around again now. We might be able to get it. We need 2 flares. Well, technically you only need 1. But in order to complete all the objectives, you need 2. Or, in order to trigger all the objectives, you can complete all the objectives in your list, but you can get an extra one if you take 2 flares. There. Awesome. Perfect. Alright, another real save here. We're getting closer here to actually doing this. Here's that guard. I think he goes all the way down and all the way up. I'm not 100% sure here, but I think so. Okay, we're gonna go in here. Here's a stationary guard, so we can't go through that room. We're going to have to get to that area beyond, a different direction, but in here there is a stack of gold coins that we can take here. So we're going to have to climb up from the outside like we did in the previous tower. So that wasn't from me, I don't know who that was from. Seems like someone down below had gotten alerted from other guards being alerted or from the fights up top, and then when I came close enough to trigger their sort of audio cues, they settled down. They do that sometimes. The same thing that happened when we dropped from the top of the roof in the eastern tower. know, when I fell down and got closer to the ones in the middle of the tower, they started alerting to something that they had heard probably previously. So I'm just waiting here now for this guard to come past. Okay, so now we come to another tricky area. Down at the bottom level.
Who's there?
Okay, here comes a tough area because we have to sneak around to the right. And we just have to do that.
Who's there?
Until we're able to do it. Because the flickering torch actually makes it a little bit random.
Someday I'm not going to be a guard anymore.
So it can be done all the way along here.
Who's over there?
So if the torch just happens to be a little bit weaker when we turn the corner, then we're able to do it.
What's that?
The most difficult I found actually was
What's
going along the wall there. The wall that we just passed, basically.
Who's over?
This is cheesy, I know, but it is possible.
Who's there? Nobody there. Who's over?
There you go. There we have it. So, in my practice run, going along the northern wall was by far the most difficult. I think I had to do that 20 times to get across there. But turning this corner wasn't that difficult then. But it was now. So, yeah, you can use the flickering. So sometimes torches don't have a flicker on the actual light intensity. But this one does. So when you hit the lamp that is static, that has a steady luminosity, then you can get caught if this torch here is at sort of its highest level. Oh, this guy here always gets stuck on this wagon. So there are 2 running guards here.
I don't like the look.
Whoa, whoa. So we're going to close this, but not right now.
Come out now.
2 running guards, and one of them always gets stuck on this wagon. Sometimes he frees up like he did there when you reload.
Who's over?
So we are going to get some loot in the streets here now.
Hold it.
There is a bridge like there was before up there. That doesn't actually lead anywhere because the bridge is not open. Let's see. Here's the elevator. But again, that is not working. And we're not going to turn that on for this tower either. And out here, there's nothing to really do. You can climb over here, I think. Can you? No, you can't. You can. You can go through here. I've never actually done that before, but you can. We're going to head over here. These 2 guards are just in a static second level position, but they never move. We're going to grab his purse, worth 100, total 1785. isn't that many places to go on this.
I should have joined the army.
The streets on this side. Past here. So here's sort of a marketplace area. Here's a gate that you can't pass. Maybe you can climb over, I'm not sure. But anyway, there's a bottle behind it, very well hidden there. Total 1835. And then there is the last piece of loot I found. Coin pair. It's very sneaky because it's behind the lip. So if you crouch around here, which you maybe would, not to get caught, you can't see these coins. Let's go around here. Dangerous, do not jump into water, and here's a water arrow in this little water-filled bucket.
I can't believe the damn coffee door is broken. These fancy gadgets are out there. I can't get a simple mug of coffee.
Let's then follow these guys. Okay, then we're gonna head across here. Okay, so here we have a little shed. There's a cup here with actually coins inside of it. There's nothing else inside the shed. Here's a moss arrow, and underneath here's 1, 2 water arrows, and there's another moss arrow here. Alright, so now we're gonna head up here. So this is where the level that we couldn't pass because that guard, stationary guard, was just facing us.
Alright.
So we can't do that. Let's go up like that, like we have before. And up here there shouldn't be any guards. So that was not the ones below, it's the ones above. Once I get close enough, they start alerting. Okay, so now we're on the level above the elevator we saw. And I'll show you the other place here a little bit in a few moments. So this is where we can see the torch, which landed in the roof of the shed. And here we have the fan. You see the little blurry air there outside the fan, showing that it's now, it wouldn't have had that if we hadn't placed the other fan first. So sort of a visual indication that it's going fast now. So what we can do, we can actually shoot or throw a flare into the torch.
Без топлива он не будет гореть. Но может не все так плохо.
So the intended thing to do is to shoot a fire arrow, I assume, into the torch. But a flare works just the same, and it's silent, and they're easily accessible. It doesn't light you up, all that stuff. And when you try to light it, when it doesn't have fuel, you get an extra objective. The torch should be filled with the fuel. Take a barrel from the fuel room to the open level of the tower and attach it over the drain. Now you can do this, of course, without ever triggering this objective, and you won't get the objective then you'll just get the other 3 objectives. So the only way to trigger this objective is to use a flare on its own first, and then we're going to use another flare to actually light it, but we have to fill it with fuel. So that's our goal right now, and that's why we conveniently are on this level here. Let's see, go over here. So here's the guard that was stationary. We can actually sneak by him here without getting any further alerts. And then we come out on this side of the balcony, and here's an archer with arrows, if you want that. And there is a guard with a purse. Total 1975. That is 25 loot below the max, which is 2,000. We couldn't take that 25 worth gold goblet earlier. So what we have here is then a fuel room. There's a machine here that uses the fuel, supplies the rest of the building with power. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this cap. I'm just going to drop this right here. Nobody hears that. Nope. And now we have to bring this up to the top level. This is the reason why I left the gate open down there, because we don't want to have to drop this. We're actually automatically going to drop it when we get to the drain on the roof. So it's very nice that the objectives say exactly what we need to do here. I think that's a needed change, actually. In this campaign, there could have been a few more objectives like that that wasn't as cryptic. Let's see, I'm going to make a real save here. Let's see. We're going to call this before fuel, like that. Now we're going to pick this up. And it's a little bit awkward to move around because it's almost like you're carrying a body. But when you reload, then you actually carry it, but you don't see it anymore. Which is kind of nice. We do have it still, but of course. So now we're going to drop down here. And now we have to sneak back past this guard. That can be a little bit trickier, actually, because we're going much slower, so it takes longer. We have to time this guard to be able to do so. Went a little bit too fast there, I think. Just RNG, just trying it until it works. There, we got it. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Okay, I cut away quite a few attempts there trying to get into the gate. That corner over there that I had trouble with coming out as well took a lot of tries, probably 30 to 40, so I cut out a bunch of those. But now we have it. Now we just have to go all the way to the top level. Without hitting that guy that's coming now, I think. This is awesome, we're almost done.
Come out and face me, villain.
Same guy that's gotten alerted again. Let's see. Now I'm hoping that the top guards, roof guards, are not alerted.
Now! I'm not kidding!
This guy's good. Let's take a look at the other guy.
defying us.
Okay, so he is alerted, but he is in a position that is pretty good. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to show you guys something else. Because this door on the left here is not probable on expert. But let me show you something. Because here, the guard that goes all the way up and down,
Where'd you come from?
he has an armory key. This is on normal. I'm not sure if this also is here on hard. I think so. And that you can use to open this. And here are 3 broadheads, 3 fire arrows, a mine, flash bombs. So that'll help you a lot. These you can't prob. So yeah, this room here it exists, but you can't open the door or prob the door. And there's something else blocking the door, I think so. Yeah, there you are. Let's go back to our save. Okay, so let me show you.
Alright, what was that?
What's up on this level here. So if you go up here, see, you have an elevator engine, and this one you can actually flip on and off as you please. But there's no way we can pass either of those guards in order to turn on the elevator. That's how you're gonna bring the barrel up and down usually. Top level here, there's just a satellite antenna looking structure, but there's nothing else of interest up here. That's really all there is on the roof in this tower. So we're gonna now have to sneak by the fighters here. That's difficult to do, but they do show.
Damn you! Thou shalt regret defying us.
Oh, see here? Now that shows that he has seen us. Right there and there. So we're gonna have to probably wait here a while until the fighters here move a little bit further away. So I might have to, stop the recording and wait, because they do tend to migrate towards the middle of the bridge if you just give it enough time. So we're gonna have to do that right now. Let's see. I'm gonna catch up with you guys a little bit later. All right. That actually didn't take that long. So now they have moved closer. Let's see if this works. I don't think they should turn their attention to me now.
This is your last chance. Step out here. I won't hurt you.
Speeding towards me.
No. See, now none of them turned and looked at me as you saw earlier. They're too caught up in their own fight, so we did it. Awesome. Now I think the guard on the other side here is, he's searching. It's good though that he's searching down there. But he'll see us. Yeah, he has to go here. When we come close to this crate, we're gonna drop the fuel. And that also makes noise, but that is just a scripted noise. Nobody actually reacts to that. And I've had this guy stationed right behind the fuel. And like that, and he hasn't heard it. Now you can see it fills up in the torch. There we go, and that completed the objective. So we've now filled it up with fuel. So that ends that objective there. So now we just have to light it. To do that, we have to go back down. This is just a small empty room with some debris in it. Let's see. We're going to do that in the same way that we have what we did in the last... There we go.
Just make one mistake.
Oh.
Dost thou see thy doom speeding towards me?
Fight me, you coward.
There we go. Awesome. Well, then we can actually light the torch this time. That's why we need the second flare. There we go. So what I didn't show you was actually on the other tower too, there are 2 water arrows hanging from the mouth of those drains, and there's 1 hanging from the mouth of this drain, not from this one. So there's 3 water arrows I didn't show you earlier. The only thing we have to do now is go down and close the gate down there. He's still... Well, not still, but he is stuck again. Oh, is that the patrolling? Yeah. Patroller hears that. I didn't know that.
Strange noise. Hello?
Don't think we should.
Strange.
There we go. You have to run strafe to get up these slopes. Right. Well, the last thing we have to do now... Check our inventory. The last thing we have to do is use the ashes on the fan. We end up in the room between the 2 towers. I'm gonna talk to this shaman again.
Почему ты? Почему не она?
Видимо, чувство вины оказалось сильнее. Ты ведь сделал для Виктории все, что мог. Но вместе с тобой у нее все равно не было будущего. Ты должен оставаться один. Прекрасно это понимаешь, потому что на самом деле нет никакого воскрешения. И меня тоже здесь нет. Я лишь копия, оставшаяся в твоей памяти. Все, что ты видишь сейчас, игра твоего воображения, вызванная ядовитым дымом. Но твое сознание должно проясниться. Сейчас ты заглянул внутрь себя. Смотри внимательно, потому что я собираюсь освободить тебя от этого тяжкого дара. Я считаю, что ты искупил свою вину.
Но как ты можешь это сделать? Тебя же не существует.
Я и не могу. Это можешь только ты сам. Выключатель находится в твоей голове. Все, что я сделала тогда, лишь позволило тебе его использовать. Теперь ты можешь воспользоваться им в последний раз, потому что это слишком тяжкий груз, чтобы долго его носить. Прошлое мертвым, будущее прорицателем, настоящее живым. Так было, так есть и так будет всегда. Свободен!
Okay, so there we are. So we didn't get Victoria back. I'm wondering if the last sort of video after the mission ended, if that indicates that we have lost all of our memory about Victoria. If, you know, the crumbling paper indicates that all those memories are now taken away from us so that we don't have to live in grief, mourning her or something like that. Maybe that'll be sort of a positive ending to that story. I'm not sure if that's what it meant, but give me your take on that, please. Alright, so in my opinion, that was a successful Supreme run of this mission. The question would be, do we count the taking of the water arrow as a bust? I wouldn't say so, because I would say it falls along the same lines of taking and using an item when you aren't aware that it can be skipped. I had an example of that in my in mission 4 of the Black Parade, where I took a water arrow. No, I took a holy water vial when I could have used the font. I wasn't aware of the font working, so that we all agreed is not a bust because I wasn't aware of it. Here I took the water arrow, but I wasn't aware that it was possible to get past that room. So I guess I technically should have started the mission over again. I wasn't going to do that, and the engine doesn't allow you to return water arrows, of course. So the principle of that rule is to not clutter up your inventory, to keep a clean inventory, to not just go grabbing everything in case you will need it. Only use what you think or what you are needing or think or plan to need later on in the mission. So anyway, I don't think that's a bust. I'm actually fairly loose on that rule there. I always try to do what I can to limit my consumable and limit the amount of objects that I pick up anyway. So anyway, up for interpretation, I guess, there. Let me know your thoughts on that matter. So 1 hour, 15 minutes, 3 seconds. We found 1975 loot out of 2,000. We had to skip a gold goblet in a room on level 3, I think it was, in the Eastern Tower. We picked 13 out of 14 pockets. Which one did we not pick? Oh, we didn't pick the broadhead arrows on the archer on one of the balconies in the West Tower. We didn't pick any locks because there weren't any to pick. No backstabs, no knockouts, no damage dealt or taken, no healing taken. Innocents killed 0 and others killed 3. So that might be the 3 guards that were killed by the robot in the opening courtyard outside the East Tower. So that, of course, has nothing to do with us. Iron Beast destroyed 0, disabled 0. Secrets found 2 out of 3. We did not take the speed potion, which counts as a secret. You have to actually take it to get it counted. And the campaign totals is a moot point for this one, because we're not going to have this mission included even in our Supreme run, even though this can be Supremed. I know, that's nice to know. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. We are going to go back and we're going to do missions 9 and 10 of Black Parade before we go back and finish this campaign. So I'll see you guys back maybe for Arcane Sanctum, which is, I know, many people's favorite. Anyway, thank you for joining me and have a good evening. Bye-bye.